So Jesus says you must forgive, regardless if they ask forgiveness. Remember, Jesus on the cross, He healed them. He fed them. They crucified Him. They didn't ask forgiveness. They were mocking Him. They were casting lots for His robe. They were mocking Him. Many of them never repented, never changed. The disciples denied Him. They didn't ask forgiveness. Jesus forgave them. So Jesus says, if you are to be like me, if you are to be a Christian, you must forgive. That doesn't mean you must enable, that doesn't mean you must allow it, but you must forgive. If Jesus forgives you, you need to forgive others. You need to uproot the roots of bitterness, negativity, resentment, throw it into the ocean. So, what are the steps to get rid of those emotions and scars and hurts? 3 steps. Acknowledge, look for God's perspective, finish the process. Think about it. Jesus on the cross, He didn't ignore it. He says, Father, forgive them. He acknowledges that they have sinned against Him. He didn't ignore it. And Jesus didn't allow Himself to focus on what they did to Him. Hey, I healed you. You were a leper. You were blind. You were paralyzed. Why would you scream, crucify Him? I did good, and this is how you turn it back? I helped you with your business. I helped you when you were sick. Why would you do that to me? Jesus didn't allow Himself to think, to dwell negative, didn't allow Himself to accumulate bad feelings. He didn't allow Himself to nurture, to dwell on what they did to Him. He acknowledged, He faced the reality, and then He said, forgive them. Listen, folks. Forgiveness doesn't involve only the words, I forgive you, but dealing with the emotions. If you allow and nurture negative feelings, they will grow roots. And you need to deal with those roots. They will take over. What you nurture is what you become. Without forgiving, you cannot get forgiveness. Without forgiveness, there is no hope. Basically, I ask you now, because He allowed Himself to nurture those feelings, He dwelled on them, they got roots, they took over, He became those feelings. He could not live without His hatred. He became hatred. Only forgiveness could have set Him free. He hated the man to the point that hate controlled him. Hate didn't belong to him. He belonged to hate. I don't know if you follow me. All those roots have to be dealt with. To be forgiven and to forgive, you need to also deal with the emotions. So I ask you now, when you don't forgive, whose peace do you ruin? Whose life do you ruin? Whose salvation do you lose when you don't forgive? Do you follow me? You need to deal with those roots, that tree. All those roots have to go. They have to be uprooted, thrown into the sea, not allowed, not contemplated, not dwelled on. Just as God throws your sins into the sea, you need to throw all those bad feelings into the sea. It's not enough to say, I forgive you, but you need to let it go.